We want to talk about something that I think is pretty exciting today. You know, a lot of times we talk about taxes and it's about saving money, which is great. But today we're going to talk about a tool that really helps me get ahead financially that I'm not sure that everybody's aware of. I want to talk about a retirement planning tool that can also be used as a tax planning tool called the Solo 401k. So just help us understand what this is, Joel, and
Okay.
then we'll kind of break it down a little bit. Let's start with what it is.
Okay, so it's a retirement plan that me as a sole business owner is allowed to contribute into, right? And I like what you just said, actually, because most people, when they think about retirement plans, they're thinking about financial planners, that I'm going to go sit down with someone, go through my kind of financial wish list, where I want to be when I retire, how much money do I need, but they forget the tax tool that a 401, like a solo 401k plan can be for a business owner. What it does is it allows me to take income that I make, deduct it on my tax return, and contribute it to a retirement plan.
So let's look at this for a minute. So make sure we understand who can use it. I can't have any employees. Is that right?
Right. So a couple of the rules: I can't have any employees. A solo 401k is kind of descriptive in its name, right? It means it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are income limits and there are contribution limits.
But if you and I were business partners, we didn't have employees, but we both owned a business together, this is
Right.
still a vehicle we could use.
Right.
Is
So
that
you
right?
could have your solo 401k. I could have my solo 401k. The employees becomes the deciding factor. Yeah.
Now, one of the big benefits as I look at this is the amount of money we can get into these and how we can get it in and that tax implication as well. So talk to me a little bit. There's two pieces here that I'm going to tee up on. As an employee of that company,
Right.
I can contribute, but then also as the employer or the owner of that company, I can now contribute additional funds.
Right.
Walk me
So
through that.
I like how you put that. So people also don't realize that when I'm in business for myself, I'm in both employee and employer,
Yeah.
right? I wear both of those hats.
Yeah.
So as the employee, as I earn money, I can contribute up to $19,000 as the employee,
Just like a
just like a traditional employee
Yep.
would be able to do, which also means I need to have at least $19,000 worth of income
Yep.
to be able to contribute. The second part of that is the profit sharing from the employer, right? So then I put my employer hat on and I can contribute up to, with my employee portion, $56,000 for the 2019 tax year.
so additional $37,000.
So an additional $37,000, which also means I need to have the income to be able to calculate that percentage to be able to contribute. But being able to contribute up to $56,000 or $62,000 if you're my age, right, is a tremendous tax tool to use because I can implement it actually right now, even for last year, up to my tax extension deadlines, right? So it's a tax tool that I can kind of put in my back pocket. Hey, have you contributed? How much have you contributed? Let's go through your profit and loss, see how much income is there. Maybe we can put a little bit more in there, get some immediate returns because I'm getting a tax savings on that money, but it's a great tax tool to use.
So most of the time, the clock sounds at the end of the year, we're dead. But I love what you
This
said.
one is the
You've got a
exception.
little tool in your back
Yeah.
pocket that you can pull out to help somebody right now who's looking at taxes going, man, how can I reduce my liability?
Right.
How can I put more money away? Now, I want to come back to a couple things here. And again, we're talking kind of big picture. What you can contribute is going to be based on the profits, percentage of profits, age. There's some nuances there. But as you look at that number, that $56,000, things change a little bit if I'm married here too, right? There are some opportunities for me and my wife potentially to put even more money in. Is that right?
So let's say I have an LLC and my wife and I are owners. We have no employees. We're operating the business. We each have our solo 401k retirement plans. If I have enough income, that means I can contribute $56,000 for myself, and my wife can contribute $56,000 for herself.
So $112,000.
$112,000 total deduction on my tax return, instant savings. When it goes in, instant return, I should say, on that money.
Because you're not paying taxes.
Because I'm not paying tax on it. I mean, it is an amazing tax tool to use.
So when we look at that, this is a vehicle to both save money now. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the tax side. I think a lot of us understand in a traditional 401k, I'm able to put money in that I'm not paying taxes on. How's that contribution from the employer treated on the tax side.
So the employer gets a deduction, just like if you were my employee, right? And we had a 401k plan. When I contribute my matching percentage, I get that deduction as the employer. Same holds true for me. So that becomes a deduction for me on my tax return. I'm also an employee, so I get the benefit of it inside my retirement plan.
So hypothetically, if I'm following you right here, because this is where this gets exciting to me, me and my wife could reduce our taxable liability by $112,000.
$112,000.
Unless I'm your age, then
Unless
maybe I
I'm my,
can
then it's $62,000 a piece. Yeah.
put in a little more. I think as we think about these types of tools, that there are tools like this that the wealthy people use all the time.
Right.
And so often we think, well, that's how the wealthy do it. That's how the millionaires do it. That's how the people. But you're telling me these are tools available to any one of us that's running a business.
Any one of us.
And as you sit down and you begin to really plan, not just your tax side, these things have massive implications down the road on what happens to the amount of money I'm going to have in retirement. Such a great tool, such an exciting tool. Talk to somebody like Joel. Talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about to help you utilize tools like this. This is one of a few tools I know you have in your back pocket that are just remarkable tools to, again, save money now and help build that wealth that I know all of you are looking to build. We know how important it is for you to keep your business running smoothly. Here at TaxHive, we can help with all of your tax and business service needs so you can focus in on what it is that you do best. Our entire team of experts is standing by, ready to help out. Schedule a strategy session with one of our experts today.